friends, for this video I thought it would be fun to do a pregnancy essential type of video, things that I used all the time in pregnancy, things that I tell people I know who are pregnant. I tell them, oh, this is super helpful to have. This video is just going to be a list of those things that I used when I was pregnant all the time and that I got advice from other people. So these things are all great if you know somebody who's pregnant and you want to get them a gift. I think a lot of these items are really great to give. I think these things are really great to get for yourself or your spouse if they're pregnant. And let's just get started with the list. The first thing that I have told so many people is amazingly helpful, especially after 6 months of pregnancy when you start to have a little bit of a belly, is a wedge pillow that's designed specifically for pregnancy. You can use it after pregnancy if the baby has like acid reflux. You can put it under their head, but this pillow is just so amazing, especially for getting good sleep. And you just wedge it kind of under your stomach and you sleep on your side, and it just relieves so much pressure. It feels so good. We actually went to a hotel at one point while I was pretty big in pregnancy and I forgot my wedge pillow. I asked them for an extra sheet and I had to like fold it to kind of make it work to resemble the wedge pillow. But this wedge pillow is just so amazing. I'll put up a picture of the wedge pillow on the screen so you can see what it looks like. They're really inexpensive and they're really great, and I think Hosanna agrees with me. The next thing on this list is a really good pillow. I bought a new pillow soon after I became pregnant because I had to start sleeping on my back at first and then eventually on my side. And I bought a Beauty Rest pillow that was pretty thick and pretty firm. And that was so helpful because I am a stomach sleeper until I got pregnant, and the pillow I was using for sleeping on my stomach was just pretty thin and it didn't work for sleeping on my side or sleeping on my back. So if you are a stomach sleeper like I am, finding a really good thick firm pillow to sleep on your side or on your back is really nice to have while you're pregnant. The next thing is a good pair of shoes. I only bought two, maybe three new things last year. Everything else was thrifted or it was used. And as far as clothing goes, I bought all of my maternity clothes thrifted or given to me. And I bought a couple of new things, and the only new things that I bought as far as clothing for me was shoes. I bought some new shoes and I don't regret it at all. I bought a new pair of tennis shoes. I did a lot of running or walking during my pregnancy, and then I bought a new pair of Keds, which were kind of like my everyday shoes that I wore. I really love the support in Keds, and I also love their width and just how they fit. I bought a pair of Keds and a new pair of tennis shoes. And I'm so thankful I bought those. And then I also had a pair of Oofos given to me. Oofos is a company that works with recovery for runners mostly. And they just provide really good whole body support through their sandals and slides. I got a pair of slides from Oofos that I love. You don't have to worry about bending over. You can just throw them on without socks or with socks. And I love my Oofos slides. Plus I love running, so I'm going to keep using those still this summer, and I used them a lot last summer as well. And I mentioned a little bit that I bought all of my maternity clothes thrifted or they were given to me. Most of them were given to me secondhand. I think all of them were given to me secondhand. They were previously used. And I focused mainly, and a lot of my previous wardrobe consisted mainly of stretch fabrics, and I was able to go the whole pregnancy with using just stretch fabrics. And I went from like a 27-inch waist to I think it was like a 40-inch waist when I was 40 weeks old, or when I was 40 weeks pregnant. And just having a lot of stretch materials in my closet, elastic waistbands and stretch materials really helped the whole pregnancy, and that's what I looked for at the thrift store. I did, of course, buy some maternity clothes, but I didn't really use those until like the last month of pregnancy. I used some maternity clothes. Otherwise, I was able to stick to mostly just tops and bottoms with a lot of stretch in them, and that was so nice to have just regular clothes that had a lot of stretch in them. Some of them might have been a little bit oversized, but they were really great. And it's a little bit expensive, but if you find Lululemon pieces, they have so much stretch in them. I have a Lululemon Restless long sleeve shirt that I wore so much during the pregnancy. I'll put in a picture of me at 40 weeks. It was her due date actually, wearing this Lululemon shirt, and this fit me really great before I was pregnant, and it was my size. I didn't have to size up, but there's just so much stretch in it that I was able to wear it the whole pregnancy. So if you can find clothing with a lot of stretch in it, that can be a lifesaver for the whole pregnancy, and you don't have to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. A few new pieces, kind of like maternity jeans, are nice to have during pregnancy because of the stretch, and your regular jeans probably won't fit you the whole pregnancy, but anything with a lot of stretch in it is a lifesaver. My recommendation is Lululemon pieces. They can be a little bit expensive, but you can find them online on places like Poshmark or eBay or Mercari. You can look for Lululemon, and I definitely recommend their tops, especially for pregnancy. The fourth thing is something that you're going to eventually need, and that is I think you're going to eventually need it, is a nursing bra, and get those early on, because if I wore those like my first or second month of being pregnant. I started wearing the loose nursing bras just because your boobs are going through a lot even while you're pregnant, and it's really nice to have just something really loose and comfortable, and nursing bras fit that bill. So don't wait on buying those. Buy a few of those, and that's a lot of what I wore while I was pregnant, and that's pretty much all I'm wearing now too. So those have gotten a lot of wear. My favorite ones I will link down below in the description box. There's a couple different styles of maternity bras that you can buy. These ones are my favorite for pregnancy or for while you're nursing. Next thing that I used all the time in pregnancy was compression socks. I had some compression sleeves for my legs. Are they still called sleeves for your legs? Anyways, I had some compression sleeves. I had a pair of compression socks that were given to me. These are by the brand Comrade, and it's crazy how much restless leg I had, especially at night, or I would wake up in the night and get a leg cramp, or I would just have that restless leg syndrome in pregnancy, which is really common. Having that on hand just can be such a relief, because it's like all you want to do is have your spouse give you a calf massage, because there's just so much going on. I think it's because of the extra blood volume. I'm not sure what it is, but having a pair of compression socks can be so helpful, especially for nighttime. And then the last biggest thing for me, I'll mention a couple other things after this, but the last biggest thing for me was doing prenatal yoga. And before, I was not really an advocate of yoga. I loved cardio and I loved some weight training, but I really started to love yoga while I was pregnant, because I saw how I was able to relieve so many different issues doing yoga while I was pregnant. I followed Sarah Beth Yoga. She has a YouTube channel and she has a few different videos on pregnancy yoga, and I just followed those, and I am such a fan of it now. I realized that it just helped me in so many ways following those yoga flows for pregnancy. I definitely recommend that and that channel. I'll also link that down below. A couple of other last things that I wanted to mention were I juiced during pregnancy. I recommend juicing, especially the spinach. I recently made a video on that. Just so many helpful things that juicing can do for your body while you're pregnant. I recommend eating dates while you're pregnant, especially I did the last 2 months, but maybe the last couple of weeks, there's been studies showing that dates help with your labor length. The last thing that I want to recommend is, besides the prenatal, I want to recommend walking. Walking was so vital for me in my pregnancy, and I gave birth in September, and I had all of that summer to walk all the time, and I think that really helped with my really great labor and delivery. And those are all things that I recommend. All of those products I highly recommend, especially if you know somebody who's pregnant and doesn't have any of these things. please, on her behalf, make sure that she has these things. And there are some things that I tried that I didn't mention in this video because I don't think they are that necessary. I had like one of those huge body pillows, but I recommend the Wedge pillow way more than that, and it's way less expensive than that huge body pillow. There are other things that I use, but these are all of the things that I really was thankful to have. So I wanted to share those with you guys. If you know somebody who's pregnant, honestly, help her out and get her these things. Or if you are pregnant, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you liked it, please give it a like down below. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Who's that girl? Who's that girl?